What's going on, guys? Welcome back to an episode of Supermarket Simulator. Last episode we did our final prep work for today here, which is an exciting episode. We're going to be actually getting our brand new store expansion in here, which we are just barely short on money, which is fine. That's what we got loans for, so we're gonna go ahead and take one out here so we can get our next expansion. Which I did see a comment from one of you guys saying that the next expansion is this front corner here, so it works back on the side wall and then the back wall, whichever direction, but side wall working from here back, and then the back wall, whichever one from there to over there, or from there to over there. So really appreciate that. But yeah, so that is going to be the order of this, and so we might be creating our little like book nook or something back off in this corner over here or something. I don't know, we'll see. But like I said, it's an exciting episode nonetheless, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. If you guys are, drop a like in the video, show it some love and support, and if you guys are new around here checking this out, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss out on any videos that we are doing here. But we actually just got finished up with our live stream as well here on the brand new Better Marked full early access release of the game, and had a bunch of fun with that. Streamed it for about 3.5 hours or so. A bunch of you guys made it out, and really appreciate everyone that did make it out, and I understand if you guys couldn't due to whatever it may be. But so yeah, the video will be up for you guys to check that out if you guys want to catch up on that, because it is going to be going over to a video full series here on the game. So looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. But without further ado, let's get right into the big upgrade here for us today, which is going to be... We got an achievement, Economy 101, take a loan from the bank. We've definitely done plenty of those, so not too sure what's up with that, but let's go ahead, spend all of our money there, and yeah, there it is. Walls dropped down right there. That's looking awesome. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, I think that's going to turn into our little book nook, and I think that's what we're going to do then. Our next license will actually be our books instead, so we'll work towards that probably after this. But something I want to do right off the rip, just so we don't forget about it, is you guys already know the lights. Need to order those here right off the rip. So let's go ahead and get one of those ordered on up, get that put on in, and then we should be all good to go to continue on with all of this in here. Oh, actually, that's right. We need to now move this guy further back here as well. There we go. All right, and now we need to figure out how we want to set this up, because now obviously we have a whole different thing here with all of the checkouts and everything potentially changing up here until we get at least another expansion back, which I don't know. So maybe we'll save up for another expansion. You guys can let me know in the comments what you guys think we should do first, whether we do another expansion or we do the next items in here. But because we can obviously expand this even further out now with even more checkouts and everything with all of this. And I don't really know what we want to do with that. But all right, let's see here. How do we want to do this? Let's grab this guy. We can do something along the lines like this, and then let's see, maybe we'll just, I don't really know. I don't really know how I want to set this up, honestly. Maybe we'll set this up like, oh, that actually might be able to go a lot closer there. Maybe. Okay, I guess that was about as close as we can get with that. So let's get this one as close as we can here, and maybe we're going to do some switcheroos with some different self-checkouts. I don't really know. Really? Oh, you know what? It was this. The whole time. Okay, maybe not the whole time, but it was that. There we go. So we got all three of those lined up there. And honestly, maybe a fourth lined up right in here. Do something along the lines like this, and then... All right, there we go. Now we got a nice little setup of all of the checkouts there. And then, I don't know, maybe do we do... Trying to think how we want to do this, because I think what we want to do is get all of our scales over into one area, and then maybe try... I don't know. I'm not really too sure how I want to do this. Yeah, definitely not going to really get that guy. What we can do is something like that even, and then... Maybe something along the lines like this. And now we've got like a nice little like, almost like checkout area. I love how close you can get with these. with each other with the overlap. And then we got, so we have our nice little like entrance through here. You go in through here, you have a nice little checkout area, and then we've obviously got ours right over here. Honestly, guys, maybe we're just going to do something along the lines of like this. Maybe something right like that. And then we've got even more space than for the other scales. You go back in over here too. So maybe we'll do that instead. We'll change this area up into the little checkout area instead of like the little book nook for the time being. Kind of leaning towards that, honestly. I think that might be the way to go with the play. So then what we can do is do this guy like right on. Right there. And then we got that one. Honestly, I think we're going to move even this one over here. Something like that. And then we got this guy to go in like right. Really? Something like that. It's a bit odd, honestly. It really kind of is. But, I mean, it works. Now we got everything all nice and close together so all of our customer helpers can be nearby. And honestly, I think that works out pretty darn good here. Can we... You know, this guy... Gosh, I would love to get this thing closer. Unfortunately, I think that's about as close as we're going to get that. Yeah, I think that's the way that's going to be with that, unfortunately. Honestly, that kind of just gave us more space out over here now instead. And maybe... Okay, so maybe we will save up for the next expansion, because what we could do is try to maybe keep all of our self-checkouts like contained somewhat in here, and then have... maybe a little book corner back over there or something once this gets opened up. Because obviously this is going to drop down another wall to like here or so. And then we can turn this into the like outer corner and then have the books wrap around to the beginning of like the self-checkouts or something like that. Or I don't really know. We'll have to see with that. But I kind of like that better though. I think that flows and works a little bit nicer. Just trying to see here. Do we want to maybe move one more of these and move this guy out of here? Yeah, this is one that unfortunately doesn't work like that. But honestly, that's not terrible. And then that can kind of squeeze right in there. And honestly, that even opens this area up even nicer. Or we could try to squeeze this potentially... Okay, no way. Yeah, we're not going to squeeze that in there. Maybe leave a little more of a gap there. And there we go. So now we have all of our scales right in here. All of our self-checkouts just kind of wrapping around in here. And that leaves, obviously, all the space open in here for this. So yeah, guys, I think what we'll end up doing then is saving up for another expansion before any other new items. That's what you guys have said to me that you want to see is new expansions. I've seen a couple comments to say saying to get like 2 or 3 expansions before anything. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing then. And we'll see how this goes. I kind of like this in here. It's a nice little checkout area with all of this. And yeah, that's a little more straight there, I would say, and a little more centered with this opening there. So yeah, I think it works out pretty good. Also, why is this one turned? I guess we are still having issues with that. All the other ones are not good, actually. We got this one turned too. What is going on, man? Oh, went the wrong way. I've seen some comments from you guys too saying we might have to put more cameras in like between the aisles and everything. I don't know if we need to or not. That might be the case. I guess honestly, this one we might end up moving over to here then. Kind of back to where it was because we don't really need anything else off in this corner. Nothing can be stolen over there. It's just the aisle. So you might actually end up just leaving that like that then. How we doing, fellas? Just standing there like. But yeah, I think it works out pretty good. Now we got a bunch of open space in here, a bunch of open space here. And if we really even needed to or wanted to, we really could add another like half shelf or even a full shelf going forward into here and just really cram this in. Worst case scenario if we needed to. But I think it works out pretty darn good here now. And at least for the time being. We might change things up here in the future. But I like that. I really do. I think that flows nicely with all that. Like I said, everyone can just come through here, set up in here, post up, get their checkouts done, and then walk right out here. And honestly, maybe even just move this on over a little bit here. Maybe something like that. And then this guy could go just like kind of like that and open this up even a little bit. Although that still doesn't really, I mean, that kind of works. Gives us a bit of space to get in and out there. And obviously it's a little crammed, but I don't know. I think it works. Yeah, and then we got a little more space in here. And even, honestly, we could even move our register back even that a little bit further. Yeah, now we can actually get all the way in and out of there. Got a little bit less space. It's about the same, I guess, through from there. Yeah, it's a little further back because I kind of lined that up with that before. Just very, very small change. Just little minor tweaks here and there. And honestly, I think it makes a good difference with that. And I would say things look pretty darn good here. I like it. I really do. Also, something I've seen some comments on is, or a couple of comments on, is saying we need to get a sign for the produce, which I kind of thought maybe about just not doing one, and that's why we haven't had one yet. But honestly, I kind of think it'd be nice to have a little signage for the produce here as well, so we can kind of do something along the lines of like this right here. So produce, we got text color of white. Look at that. That stands out great. The sign color or background color of red. And this one actually will line up nice because it's just produce. Unlike these where they're backwards, at least some of them. Baking is still good, but these ones are backwards. It's a little bit odd, but it's all right. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I like it. We have a lot of self-checkouts, I will say, but we always have so many customers here, and I hope it continues to improve. That's why we have so many, but I think it works pretty good here. So we need to now work on saving up to pay off our little bit of bills here, a little bit of debts, but not too bad. I like it. I really do. I think it works. I think it flows nicely with everything. Is there? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I saw that was like legs. Looked almost like blue on the running board there, step board. But no, it's not. Okay, so anyways, like I said, we're going to continue on, see what we think of this, and keep saving up some money now, getting our little loan paid off. And by little, I mean it's 5K loan. Not that small, but it works. It is what it is. And yeah, we'll see where things go with all of this. Probably run through a day here, and I don't know if we'll get into a second day or not, but yeah, we'll see here. Like I said, you guys can always let me know. We can always change it up here in the future based on what you guys think of this. If you guys want to see, if you guys think we should do something different with these. Obviously, people are going to get a little bit crammed in here with these. So eventually, I'd like to separate these, spread them out a bit more. But honestly, not too bad here so far. I guess it's not terrible. I mean, yeah, it's a bit odd with that, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. And yeah. So yeah, we're just going to keep on rolling then. We'll get through a day here. We'll run through all of our stocking and all that, our usual stuff that we do. And we'll see where things end up at. It might be a slightly shorter video, but we will see. Can hop on our register here. Keep the people happy. I like it. I think it works pretty good. And again, all of our customer helpers are going to stay within this corner in our sites here right now. That'll be nice. They're not having to run back and forth like they were before, and it was kind of slowing us down a bit with all that. And I'm also curious to see if we get any more customers today or if it'll be in the future, like tomorrow or the following day after that. With all that, it usually seems to take a few days to see any effects of either a new expansion, new licenses, things like that. So we will see what it does. We're also about to level up though too. We're about to get to level 96, which is crazy that we were this close to store max level. And we still have so many expansions to go. So I don't know. It's a little interesting for sure. Yeah, we only have 3 expansions left. So not very much left as far as new items. It's just a lot of store space that we still need. Although even each one of these, it doesn't feel like it gives us like just a night and day difference. Feels like it's like, oh yeah, we got a little bit more breathing room, a bit more space, but it's not like a night and day like, oh my, there's just so much extra room and space. I know once we get the rest of that knocked down, plus that back wall, it'll be better for sure, but definitely gonna be interesting for sure. Okay, we got 63 cents. Don't know why I just did that way, but that's fine. All right. Look at all of the like help exclamation arrows or exclamation little triangles. That's crazy. Okay, we got 5 and 10. There we go. There's still so many of them. So we got 4 customer helpers. We can have up to 6. We'll probably eventually have all 6, but for the time being, we're good with just the 4, I think, especially with now them being close by. Seems like everything is good to go. Yeah, once we get enough money made, we need 5260, I think it is, or something like that to get our loan paid off, and then we'll be all good to go. I guess we honestly could have ran through a day and not spent the extra $200 some and 280, I think is what it is. I think it's 5280. We could have not spent that extra money on that, on the interest, but yeah, it's okay. I like to have a fresh full video just in case we spend a bunch of time like reorganizing stuff or whatever it may be, and that way we can get it usually all in one video, and sometimes it even takes 2, so I'd rather not do a day and then be running short on time on the video. 131.53. There we go. That's right. We do have bills to pay from yesterday too. I just remembered that we didn't pay him yesterday. Just in case for this, so we didn't have to take out any more of a loan, but we could have probably paid him right away anyways. 123.99. How we doing there, sir? Bunch of items for you. 105.93. All right, we got enough to pay off. Well, not quite enough actually. We're a little bit short. Pay off our loan. 45.47. All right, now we got enough, and then we just want to get a bit more cash to pay off our bills right away. There we go. All right, we'll get this paid off then. These all paid off. Let's go bank. 52.50. Okay, so yeah, that's right. It's 250 there. We just got achievement finally. Pay off a loan debt. A while that's like reset. Yeah, there we go. Got all that paid off. Now we are good to go. GTG. 85.90 and 3. Yeah, I honestly wasn't anticipating using that as our little book nook, but there was really no good way of like having a section for customers to get over there with all the self-checkouts. We kind of just had to make use of that as the new self-checkout area, and then eventually we can maybe change things around or something. Or again, if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments, because I'm not too sure on what we should do. What do you guys think we should do? Not that. Don't want to give her all that extra change. Okay. Here we go. 46.20, and then we are all good to go with all of that. Look at all the customers here we got, guys. This is actually crazy. I love it though. I really do love seeing all the customers here. It's so cool. All right, 46.87. There we are. How are we doing there, sir? Got all the items for you. 24.51. Might take a bit of extra time here tonight and actually run through all the customers till we get close to it or something. We got a few extra minutes that we didn't spend on the store working on all that stuff, so we got some extra time here. Yeah, we got an extra few minutes. Get us close to that 30-minute mark still. All right. Ooh, I don't know why I just like flicked it there. Flick it the wrist. We got 77. There we go. How are we doing there, ma'am? Got your twin here. We got 68 cents. Oh, I'm sorry. Find potato bags. Means we're probably out of them. I feel like that's one of those things that we should probably start ordering more of because we go through so many of them. I see some things that we're almost out of, like those we're almost out of. What are we out of? Oh, we are out of pasta there. Yeah, I feel like we have more customers here today now. Look at all the items that we're out of now. You got some potato bags. 179.12. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're busier, but maybe not. Maybe that's just my imagination. All right. I guess we'll go head over to the markets and we'll see where we're at with this. We'll go do some stocking. You know, one thing I forgot to check is if we had any updates for any of the mods. I did not look at that. I checked to see if there was any new mods at all, but I did not see that if there was any updates for the ones that we do have. But that's okay. I'll say happy Saturday to you all. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend and had an amazing week as well. I'm recording this here on Friday night, actually. It's already almost 7:30. Just finished up our live stream, actually, just before starting recording this. And so it's been a bit of a long day here. Getting a little bit tired, but that's all right. We're going to press on. I got a couple videos I want to record before the end of the night, and we'll go from there with things. Okay. There's all of that. We still have yet to see anything that's like out of stock, but I bet we're going to see some with the potatoes. Here we go. Ooh, one too many of those, but again, didn't actually order too many. It's just more than our usual amount. Same with that. Okay, we're not too bad with a lot of stuff here so far. Look at that, we got almost 10 grand already. Granted, I know again we got to pay our daily wages and bills and all that, but holy crap. Plus obviously more stocking. So we'll probably come out of this with 8 grand or so, even with paying off our loan. If I had to guess. I don't know, we'll see. All right, we're all good. Couple of these. Actually, a lot of these. Just one of those. Got a couple of these. None of those. One of those. That's where I always love seeing like how much we can actually make in a day. Just, it gets me excited. Obviously, we should be getting more and more customers with each bit of store upgrades, whether it's an expansion or new items or whatever it may be. We should be in end store levels. We should be improving with more customers, and that more customers means more revenue coming on in. Okay, got all of that. Kind of gives us an idea of how much we've actually gone through. When, oops, almost one too many of those. I think we did that last time. Yeah, it kind of gives us an idea of like how much we actually end up making per day, and how many, based upon how many items we sell too. Gives us a good idea of what was popular that day, I guess, with each bit of ordering or item purchasing. I don't know why I just bought that, but that's all right. Again, we're fine. Good there, and we are about good to go right there. Okay, just one of those, and then a couple of these. Oh yeah, we were out of potatoes. I think I'm going to order 6 of these. If we end up with too many of those, it is what it is. I'd rather have a bit more than not enough of those. If we can get an extra box, honestly, that might be able to be the difference of us running out of stock or not. So yeah, let's try to keep up with the stock on those, if at all possible. Did we actually run out? Yeah, we actually fully ran out of those. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it's all right. Some days are better than others. So we're purchasing one too many of the one. But again, that's all right. Okay. Getting close. About good to go from the store. Good there. Oh, wow. Went through a bunch of those. Wait, where's our pastas over there? The other one that we were out of on the shelves. I noticed. This guy. All right, we still had some. It just wasn't getting stocked. It wasn't stocked up quick enough. But that's all right. Not a big deal. I mean, if we end up short on something, it is what it is. Customer can always come back and they can come in and buy more stuff then because of it. No, I'm kidding. Don't think it works like that in the game, but that's all right. Okay, maybe a little less than I thought. So we're at 8,500 right now. At this rate with our bills and everything, it'd be about 6,500, 6,750, something like that. Plus we've got to, yeah. Plus we've got to do the remaining shopping over here. So we're probably 6 grand, if I had to guess, which means about 10, give or take. So honestly, not our best day, but not our worst either. For sure. I bet you, though, tomorrow is going to be better and more customers. If I had to guess. Again, it always seems like it takes a day or two before we see the effects of a new store expansion, new items, which maybe that's just the fact of like leveling up. Which, speaking of that, we did just level up today here as well again. So we are level 96. We have like 5 levels left. And that is it. Okay, so 7,600. Yeah, we're going to have like, ooh, actually less than 6. Because it's like, I think like around 1,800. It's like around 1,800, I believe, for the total amount. Yeah, 174. So about the same customer count. So nothing really changed there. And actually, no extra boxes. That's really nice. Oh, plus, you know, we did have our bills that we had to pay too. So we paid almost 6 grand actually. So, but we had about 800 left. So technically, we'd have like, yeah, it'd be about 5 grand. So yeah, we made about 11 or so, give or take. Not a bad day. Could have been better. Could have been worse. I think we just have some days that are better than others. Obviously, it didn't affect our customer count at all, so. But yeah, there we go. Got our pricing changes done. We got our bills paid. Everything is all stocked and up here. Things are looking really good. Honestly, I like the expansion. Again, I think we are going to save up for another expansion. I think I'd like to try to get like our little book area set up front here, if at all possible, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We'll see. And then after that, we'll work on, which honestly, we might even do another expansion after that. So we can really get a nice little book area of book corner kind of filled in. But I don't know. We'll see with all that. Because again, that's going to cost us quite a pretty penny. It's like 150,000, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, 72 and 83.5. So that's, yeah, like 155, 156.1, I think exactly. So yeah, it's going to be a lot for that. Granted, we make like 10 to 13, 14,000 a day. So that's not like terrible. It's going to be like 10 to 15 days in game, which is 5-ish episodes, 5 to 7 episodes, something like that. So it's going to take a little bit for that, but I mean, that's only a week's time or so, give or take. So we could have these next 2 expansions. I don't know. Let me know. Do we get our next store license here? Do we do another 1 expansion? Do we do 2 expansions and then another license? Or what do you guys think we do? I'm leaning towards at least 1 expansion. Maybe a second with that one just to try to set up like a nice little book area. And then we get our next book license or our final book license after that and have a nice little book nook set up with all that. Because again, it's going to be 3 full shelves for those, at least with the current setup of 2 shelving spaces per item at the moment for those, which eventually we're going to expand because obviously we need to start bumping up our quantities of things here, especially like that kind of stuff where we're seeing like us running out fairly quickly. But even like we ran out of both of these, I think, or pretty close to it. Which actually, I think we only had the 1 customer that said they couldn't find something. I think I just remembered seeing that only at the end of the daily report, which was only the bags of potatoes. Which obviously we only have 8 of them. So not very much in the grand scheme of things, but obviously we got a whole lot of extra ones in the storage room. Yeah, we got a whole extra, which now we're stocking up with an extra one of those too. So I shouldn't say an extra, but one more than usual. Normally we're running 2 less than full, or at least 1.5, whatever you want to call it, less than full. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be a good wrapping up point for the video. So we'll come back in the next one. Keep on working on some stuff, getting some stuff, saving up some cash, working towards our next bit of expansion. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do we do license, 1 expansion, 2 expansions, then license? What do you guys think? And we'll go from there. But If you guys did enjoy this here, drop a like in the video, show it some love and support. And if you guys are new around here checking this out, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss out on any videos that we are doing here. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.